Hey guys, Tarke here, and this is going to be a rando video where I go in Dried Lake on my leveling character, lol, just to bring back a little bit of that nostalgia. Talk about random builds that I'm not playing, and some random builds that I am playing, and also about some builds that I've convinced other people to play, which are pretty cool. So people know that I said I was going to be playing some poison build, or some totem build, using Mirage Archer. I started leveling a Mirage Archer poison character, and then realized, I think I'm bored of Tornado Shot. And when you're bored of Tornado Shot, you're basically bored of bows, because Tornado Shot is kind of the best bow skill. I had originally planned to use Lightning Arrow, since there's some interesting features with Mirage Archer. If you don't know Mirage Archer, when you attack with any bow skill, excluding Val bow skills or Totem Blink Mirror, so basically any Totem, Minion, or Val skills, the Mirage Archer fires the same skill for 4 seconds from above your head. Okay. Now, the thing which is cool about it, other than the fact that it's awesome green glowy boy and all that shit, I should have swapped in GC for this, whoops, is the fact that it shoots downwards, so it shoots into the floor. Because of that, you can actually get some pretty OP like interactions with shotgunning. So I'd plan on doing something with Lightning Arrow and getting it to shotgun. It'd maybe be really cool. And it turns out that in practice, it works, but Tornado Shot was just better. So I was like, huh, okay, damn. So I leveled that character to like mid-40s and was like, you know what, sod it, I don't want to play that. I kind of want to play something a bit more interesting. So I'd been talking about doing stuff with Volley and Fireball, and this character was meant to be a Volley Fireball Miner. The idea being is that if you link Volley with Fireball, you get very clustered fireballs, meaning that you get insane AoE overlap. Now, the problem with that is, while you do get really nice AoE overlap, the damage isn't better than GC mines for, like, raw single target. And because the build can't pierce, because if the fireball pierces, they don't explode, it then has way worse map clear than, for example, just going FrostBolt Mines. So I was like, huh, well, maybe I'll just play a FrostBolt Mine character and then just use GC mines in a swap for single target, because, you know, FrostBolt Mines has really nice map clear and looks cool. GC Mines is the most like busted thing in this game right now, but has terrible map clear. If I put the two of these together, feels good, man. Feels good, man. I also kind of missed my KB Miner, which I played in Mayhem. It's a really fun character, even though mines are kind of clunky. Once you play them to a high level, you just get used to it, to be honest. So this is what I'm currently messing around with. That being said, though, I'm also going to show you some cool interactions that you can do with Volley and future builds I will be playing alongside some clips of some other people. So. The first item I enchanted of the league in Uberlab on my Uberlab farmer was this. A Flame Totem projectile speed helmet with life and decent resists. Anyone who watches my stream during both Turmoil and Mayhem knows that I was constantly memeing about this like OP as fuck Flame Totem build that I'd planned out. I planned out this really cool Flame Totem build. There's this one guy called Yavin, who, if you look on the ladder, only plays Flame Totem. Now, before I show you this, this is Flame Totem, Volley, Fast Approach, with a Quill Rain. Before you all go, Quill Rain's cheating, this has less proj speed than my actual setup would have. My actual setup would be getting proj speed on Amulet, Gloves, and a few other places on the tree. The Quill Rain is just to replicate this, because this is just some rando dead character in Standard that I've put this on. So if you have Volley on Flame Totem, this happens. You get a Fire Grate. The AoE coverage is good. The range is good. It like shoots off screen. And I would actually have more proj speed on my setup. So what you would do is you'd be playing some kind of like Flame Totem Chieftain, and your totems would taunt everything. They'd have a bunch of pen. They would leech to you. You'd have a bunch of regen. You got a bunch of more multipliers. It'd be pretty good. I might respec my Ancestral War Chieftain into this, or just level a new one. I actually found Facebreakers a little bit boring, just because of the gearing, really. I really enjoy gearing. I like gear progression on characters. And there are so many like OP new Shaper and Elder items. To then play a character which was Bringer of Rain, Facebreakers, Great Old One Shield, it's like, well, I haven't got a chest because Bringer of Rain. I'll never upgrade my helm. I'll never upgrade my gloves. I'll never upgrade my this is boring, right? So that character just didn't really have anything fun going on for it. So I'll either respec it or just level a new one eventually. Then also, when I was talking about Mirage Archer, I was talking to both Rise and Zai. Zai TV is an absolute beast, and we were talking about Explosive and Mirage Archer. We convinced him to try it, and this happened. So this is him just leveling a SSF, by the way, Explosive Arrow character, and he shoved Mirage Archer on it, and yeah, Mirage Archer is a beast. And here you can kind of see what I was talking about the way that it shoots downwards. So this is another build that I want to try. I was going to roll straight into this, but since I'm feeling kind of weird about bows right now, I thought if I delay it a little bit, right? So if I do some cool shit with mines, play that until I get bored or I die or whatever. From that, either go into Explosive Arrow, Mirage Archer, or then the Volley Flame Totem. It's all kind of memey stuff. They all use quite similar gear slots. Like they scale off like fire, proj, all that good stuff. And also one thing which is really cool that you can do with Explosive Arrow, and everyone will say, but the problem with Explosive Arrow is it doesn't do any single target damage. If you just like Google Explosive Arrow Shaper, there's a guy who killed Shaper with Explosive Arrow. You can get it to do damage. A lot of people also use weapon swaps with Scorching Ray. But we now have this new skill called Cremation. Cremation has busted single target, and it scales off the exact same things that Explosive Arrow scales off. But you say, but Tarke, what about EE? Well. Anyone who's watched my channel for long enough remembers me saying, back in the day, maybe one day they'll make a skill, which means that we'll drop EE. They'll make a skill or an item or something, and we'll stop using EE on our Explosive Arrow characters. If you play Blood Magic, Slayer, or Marauder, Explosive Arrow, don't go EE. You can weapon swap into Cremation in like a +3 setup. Have absurd single target, really solid map clear. You then have very clean routing, and with the change to Volpact, there's a few different ways you can route the tree. Here's a few different rando setups. So this is the routing I like personally. Yes, it's level 100 tree. Just drop this cluster. Zai made this, not me. So I originally planned out a tree which would drop the Volpact, and it didn't have that. This was the tree that I planned out, right? You can see that this section here feels kind of inefficient though, right? You could do stuff with maybe even going RT instead, and dropping this whole section altogether. Like you could drop from here to here. You could route all up this left side. It looks kind of more like this. That you could drop that, and then suddenly you have a bunch more points to play with. Elliot Overload is probably so strong you're always going to use it. But whatever way about it, the idea of dropping EE is very interesting. I'll leave a link to Zai's pastebin down below. I was also talking to Rise about Caustic Arrow Mirage Archer. I got him quite hyped on it during Bay class. Then I spent like an hour or so afterwards just hanging out in his chat while he was playing out his new character. I can try and find a clip of it while you just watch this in the background. But he took his old Raider character, because he played a Raider Caustic Arrow character in the past, and he just shoved Mirage Archer on it. And dude, it just cleans so clearly. I'm trying to convince people, like, genuinely, Mirage Archer is the best thing in the game. It's just so juicy. See if we can find this clip. Should be around about here somewhere. God knows. Okay, so here you can see it. So he's just running around. You tap the pack once, then the archer just does everything for you, and you just run. So this is just a raider with Queen of the Forest equips. It's just some old setup. It's not optimized at all. He literally just like took out a random gem, put it in. This is, you know, League old, I think, or something. You can see me in chat talking about, you know, this, that, and the other. This hasn't got the spare curse in it. So he's just there and doing nothing. Do you have any more map footage we can show you? What's this? Here you go. But yeah, it's so smooth. So suddenly you have so many really interesting options. So the thing that I was saying is you could make like a Blight character, or an Essence Rain character or something, and you just shove this bow on there. I think this would be really cool for people who are playing like Blight before. You can do stuff with Soul Striker Cultist. It sounds clunky, but it really isn't, because it's just like, it lasts for 4 seconds. If you're playing a Blight build, you often get duration in the tree. So then your Mirage Archer is lasting like 6, 7, 8 seconds. And you just shoot into the middle of a pack once. The AI is actually really smart. And it just does like everything for you. Does just everything for you. And it's just smart. It just feels... The only bad thing I will say about Caustic and Mirage Archer is you do actually need to connect. You need to physically connect to the mob. If you just shoot the floor, the Mirage Archer won't proc. So you need to actually, like, you need to change your playstyle a little bit to start hitting mobs. So you shoot directly into the pack, it procs the Mirage Archer does everything for you. And it's just like, it's basically playing a smarter totems. Really cannot speak enough good about it. And here you can see, right, so like he's just hard casting Blight. So if you're playing a proper Blight character with good increased duration, you run into the boss, shoot the boss directly once with Caustic Arrow, and then while you're channeling Blight, it just keeps maintaining that Caustic Arrow buff. You can also craft +1 arrows onto both bows and quivers now with Shaper mods. You could do stuff with Scion, going Scion Occultist with like a Blasphemy Despair, plus Deadeye for extra arrows, all this extra pierce and proj, making stuff feel a little bit smoother. And suddenly you have this Mirage Archer, which is shooting like 3, 4 arrows at a time, while you're just doing Blight and whatever. It would be so crisp. Really serious potential. I tried to get him to roll it. I was really pushing him to roll it. Instead, he's being boring. He's playing Frostblades. Feels bad, man. But yeah, so basically, I'm playing a miner now. And when I work out what the hell it is I'm doing, I'm going to start going into some of these like more new, more interesting skills. We'll probably, depending on like how bored I'm feeling, we'll either go, you know, straight into bows again. But if I'm still feeling a bit weird by bows, maybe I'll like puncture stuff out with the Flame Totem Volley idea. Totems are a weird one for me. I kind of really like them, kind of don't like them. But dude, you have to admit though, how satisfying is that? So good. So good. And also this build has like no proj speed. I will leave pastebins for everything I've talked about down below. For the poison character, just check out Ryze's profile. If you have any other like really interesting new interactions, do let me know. I shall keep you updated. I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Bye-bye.